Hello there.
Nice timing, Malcolm.
That was perfect.
We're good.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another awesome episode of Full Metal Random. I'm so excited for our episode tonight. Last couple weeks we've been doing movies and TV again, so it was time to go back into the world of sports, and especially because there was a little event this past weekend, this nondescript sporting event that we love here in the States that is kind of called the Super Bowl. So this was time. It's actually one of the first matches I ever wanted to do in Full Metal Random, but we decided to wait till the actual event happened. So tonight we are doing a Full Metal Random Super Bowl match, all questions about the Super Bowl. And with me tonight, I have somebody who isn't here from the States. I, by the way, am Jeremy the Adam Adams, if I didn't say that. And with me co-hosting, he's not from the States, but he so graciously agreed to be my co-host and not make me do this all by myself. Malcolm Goldie Lane, Malcolm the Crusher, how are you feeling to be here on this particular match tonight? I know random's kind of your bag. You've been keeping stats on all of them, so I bet you're excited.
Yeah, no, I'm feeling good. I don't know a lot about the Super Bowl, but looking at these questions, I probably would have gotten a lot of them myself. So I do not know how that would have worked, but this should be a great match. I mean, all three of the competitors know their Super Bowl, and I think Sandy might win.
Ooh, he's calling a winner.
Yeah.
I actually don't really. I really feel like it could go any way with these guys. So I'm really excited, and I love all three of these guys. So I'm really excited. But you know what? Let's get to them. So let's go ahead and go to the guy who was the first person that I had slotted in. You know, when I started the Full Metal Random, he was coming at me with wanting to be in all the sports matches. He's my good friend, Dan Skip Allen. Dan, you're back for another shot at a sports topic. I think I feel good about you tonight. How do you feel to be here? And tell me a little bit about your love for the great show called the Super Bowl.
I'll tell you what, I'm glad. Yeah, you're right. When you was like, we're gonna do a Super Bowl, I want to be in that one, and we just was like, it was so early, and then I'm so busy with so many different things, and I love the Super Bowl. I've been watching the Super Bowl since 1980. I've never missed a Super Bowl since 1980. I have quite a bit of Super Bowl knowledge in my brain. Let's see if it got knocked out with all the other things that got sucked into my mind. And these guys, I couldn't ask for being in a match with two better guys in the world than Russell and Sandy. So whoever wins, may the best man win. And I just want to say, how about this guy, number 12, Tom Brady, New England Patriots, guys. How about the Patriots this Sunday? number six. So, guys, hey, I'm just glad to be here.
Yeah, and let's go to our second player. This was the second person I had slotted for the Super Bowl match. Months ago, I wanted this guy to be here. Russell Notorious Hal. Russell, I know this is a topic that's very close to your heart. It's your second random match. I was going to mention all three of our players tonight have played in random matches and have not won yet. So one of these guys is going to get their first W. How are you feeling your chances are, Russell, and are you excited to be here in this show tonight?
Yeah, man, thanks for having me on. Yeah, anytime I can compete in anything. And yes, two great guys, Sandy and Dan. I feel moderately decent with Super Bowl knowledge. I mean, it just comes down to what they don't know and what I know. I mean, I'm hoping that's quite a bit, but we'll see. I mean, some of these questions are probably going to be general questions, and a lot of people are going to probably run the board with them. So we'll see what happens. I'm just hoping to throw up some good numbers. I just want to have some fun.
Absolutely. And finally, I have to go to my best buddy, my partner. Put him into this match last minute because I've decided to expand to a 3-person format in a lot of these random matches. And I know he's a sports lover. He's from the north there in Canada, but I know he loves football. I know he loves the Super Bowl. Sandy Sandman Robinson, how are you feeling to be here? I hope your confidence has grown a little bit since I last talked to you a few minutes ago.
No, it has not. I'm in here with two behemoths of the genre. Russell and Dan have been friends of mine for a long time. I cannot go a weekend without looking at my Facebook feed and seeing Russell at some type of football extravaganza at some point. So I know he knows his stuff. Dan, I mean, seriously, it's Dan. He knows his shit. I thought that you said when you signed me up for this match that it was an all hockey match.
Okay.
And so I said
hockey bowl. All right.
So I said yes right away, and then all of a sudden I got put into this chat that said Super Bowl random, and I'm like, what the frick happened there? I'm going to get beaten badly and horribly by both of these two people, and I am okay with that. This is going to be a lot of fun. Randoms are always a lot of fun, so let's see who comes out on top.
Malcolm's got you to win. You've got yourself to lose. I guess we'll just have to see who's a liar here. But with no further ado, let's go ahead and get this thing started. So Full Metal Random is an Iron Man style match. Basically, we do a 25-minute main round where we just ask straight questions on whiteboard. Players write down and say their answers. When we call on them, we'll give them a 15-second count. But if I see that all the players know the answers and have their whiteboards up, we'll cut the count and go straight to the answers. Each player will get 3 repeats for the entire match and 1 challenge if there's any particular issue with the question. So again, we'll go through the 25-minute main round. I'll take 1 break in the middle when there's 10 seconds left in the main round, give everyone a little bit of break there. And then after the main 25-minute round, we'll go into a speed round, which I will explain later. So with no further ado, are you guys ready to jump into this thing?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. Let me go ahead and get the clock ready here. Should have done that already, but I got it now. All right, guys. I will start the timer, and I will read you your first question. Here we go. And your first question is, starting off with a couple of the history questions just to get them out of the way. Question number 1, the first Super Bowl was in what year?
Oh.
I promise there aren't a ton of these, but we had to kind of put them up top. And we will give you 5, 4,
Okay, repeat.
3. Yep. The first Super Bowl aired in what year? And I will give you 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pens down there, Russell. We'll start with Dan. What did you have?
I have 1963.
Ooh, sorry. Next, we'll go to Russell.
1962.
Sorry. And Sandy, what did you have?
Well, let's clean sweep it. 1967?
That is correct. Sandy is on the board. Yeah, what was this, 53, the last one? I think 50, no, something like that.
Wow.
All right, Malcolm, why don't you take the second question there?
How'd I get that right?
Yeah. and what's a follow-up from that question? Who was the first team to win the Super Bowl?
Oh, okay. Well,
I promise we'll get away from the history and get to some more fun questions soon, but I just had to get these out there. We'll give you 5, 4, 3. Oh, they got them up. All right, let's start with Sandy this time.
That would be the Green Bay Packers.
That would be correct. Next, we go to Russell.
Green Bay Packers
He
beat
got
the
it.
Chiefs.
And Dan.
Green Bay
He
Packers.
got it. All right, great, guys. Question number 3. I should have said earlier, we're going to get into some of the halftime commercial, that kind of stuff as well. It's not all going to be football. So your third question is, what music superstar performed during the halftime show at Super Bowl 27 in 1993 and was the first artist to headline a halftime solo? Music superstar.
What was
Fan,
the year?
1993. 1993. Fan of this particular person there, Malcolm?
Oh, yeah. I can't get enough of
5,
him.
4, 3, 2.
Repeat it.
All right, repeat for Sandy. What music superstar performed during the halftime show at Super Bowl 27 in 1993 and was the first artist to headline a halftime solo? There's a lot of sing groups and like multi-artists, but this is the first one that had the solo halftime, the first one. We'll give you 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, all right. We'll start with Russell on this one.
Michael Jackson.
That is correct. Next, we go to Dan.
I said Paul McCartney.
Ooh, sorry, and Sandy.
I said Garth Brooks. He was
Okay,
popular around time.
that puts us at a tie game. Very interesting. Question number 4 there, Malcolm.
Question number 4. What title does the NFL give to teams and players that win the Super Bowl that is engraved on every Super Bowl ring?
So what are the winners of the Super Bowl called? What is their title that they're called that's on the rings? To give you a little hint, it's a 2-word answer. We will give you 5, 4. I'm getting the idea they don't have a Super Bowl ring, these guys. 3, 2, and 1 pins down. I'll start with Sandy this time.
I said Super Bowl champions. I just didn't get it all written down.
You were halfway there. Next, we'll go to Dan.
NFL champions?
You're halfway there. And Russell, what did you have?
Yeah, Super Bowl champs.
Sorry, it's actually world champions.
Oh, okay.
World champions.
Yeah, you know what? That's right.
Makes sense.
All right, guys. Question number 5. Which NFL head coach has the most Super Bowl rings? See, I'm hoping we don't need a count on this one.
Yeah.
5, 4, 3, okay, 2, and 1. All right, I will start with Dan.
Bill Belichick?
That is correct. And Russell.
Bill Belichick.
He got it. And Sandy.
I told you this was going to be horrible. I forgot his name, but I called him the Hoodie.
The Hoodie. I like it.
I mean, I knew who it was.
He wears a hoodie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Question number 6 is, which now deceased female music artist performed a stunning rendition of the national anthem at Super Bowl 25 in 91, though reports say it was pre-recorded?
But you know what? They didn't have autotune back then, so even if it was pre-recorded, it's still great.
And it doesn't matter because it's one of the most fantastic performances of this particular rendition of all time.
That is true. And I'll go ahead and start with Russell this time.
Whitney Houston.
That is correct. And Sandy?
And Whitney Houston.
He got it. And Dan?
Whitney Houston?
He got it. All right, guys. Question number 7. What famous quarterback passed the ball to player John Taylor to win Super Bowl 23 in 1989?
Oh, Jesus. Freaking. I mean, are you kidding me with Russell sitting right here?
Famous quarterback in 89. We will give you 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, I got to start with you, Sandy. What'd you come up with?
He's my second favorite quarterback of all time, Joe Montana.
That is correct. Next, we go to Dan.
Joe Montana.
He got it. And Russell.
Joe Cool, Joe Montana.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Played for my favorite college football team.
Nice.
The Fighting Irish of Notre Dame.
Your next question, question number 8. Finish the jingle of this famous Super Bowl commercial from 1971. I'd like to buy the world a blank.
I'd like to buy the world a blank. If anyone watching is a fan of the show Mad Men, this was referenced.
Don't say that. Don't give it away.
Hey, a lot of people don't watch that show, Dan.
Awesome show. Phenomenal show.
5.
Never seen a minute of it.
See, I told you. All right, we will start with Dan.
A Coke.
That is correct. And Russell?
Coke.
He got it. And Sandy?
Coke.
All right.
I honestly,
number-
before you say, I thought you were going to bring up Coke and a smile. I swear. So it's so funny that you brought that up.
All right, number 9, guys. Which quarterback has the most Super Bowl MVP awards with a total of 4?
It's gotta be.
All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, we'll start with Russell this time.
Tom Brady.
That is correct. We'll go to Sandy.
Yeah, 4 for Tom Brady, 1 for Edelman, and 1 for Gronk.
That's true. And Dan.
When I put Terry
Oh, sorry. It is Brady. Yeah, Brady dethroned a few other guys.
Terry Bradshaw doesn't have 4 of them?
He doesn't. I think he has 3. He either has 2 or 3. Yeah.
Question number 10. Which female pop singer performed during the halftime show at Super Bowl 49 in 2015, and her show inspired the Left Shark internet meme?
The what?
The Left Shark internet meme was inspired by what female singer's halftime show in 2015? You remember this thing that everyone was making jokes out of this?
Yeah. I personally will be sad if no one gets this answer right.
I don't know. They're looking a little confused. We'll go 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. All right. I will start with Dan.
I said Beyonce.
Ooh, sorry. And we'll go to Russell.
Yeah, I said Beyonce too.
Oh, sorry. Sandy, what'd you have?
I said Alicia Keys.
Ooh, sorry. We're looking for Katy Perry.
Ah, shit,
Katy
that's
Perry.
right. That's
All
right.
Question number 11. Real quick, since we're 10 in, I'm going to give you the scores. Right now, we have Russell in the lead with 7, Sandy right behind with 6, and Dan right behind with 5. So it's very close. All right. Number 11, guys.
This happened.
Which quarterback helped his team win back-to-back Super Bowls in 1998 and 1999, the second being his final NFL game?
And of course, Russell's getting it very quickly there.
Maybe he likes this guy. All right, we'll start with Sandy.
I like this guy too. John Elway.
That is correct. We'll go to Russell.
John Elway.
He got it. And Dan.
John Elway.
He got it.
Question number 12. In Super Bowl 34, in 2000, a final tackle was made and famously stopped a ball less than a yard from reaching the goal line, allowing what team to win?
I thought you were going to say the losing team.
I decided to go with the winning team. I decided to go with the winners.
I would have been like to see if these guys could have pulled the losing team.
There might be one of those later. We'll give you 5, 4, 3. All right, they're up. Let's start with Dan.
Rams.
That is correct. We'll go to Russell.
St. Louis Rams.
They were the St. Louis Rams then, and Sandy.
Yeah, the St. Louis Rams.
He got it. All right, guys. Question number 13. We're getting through these. And if anyone misses this one, my heart will be broken.
Uh-oh.
Which rock band performed at Super Bowl 36 halftime in 2002 and projected names of victims of the 9/11 attacks during a song?
Yeah, I watched a video of this one. It's definitely a beautiful tribute.
So wonderful, so powerful. I'll give you 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, I will start with Russell, who seems confident.
Irish band, U2.
That is correct. We'll go to Sandy.
Okay, so I had 2 in my head. It was either Coldplay or U2.
He got it. I thought you were going to say you were wrong. And Dan.
I said Aerosmith.
Oh, sorry. They did perform around that time. That's a good guess.
Question number 14. The Patriots had a perfect season in 2007 and then lost Super Bowl 42 in 2008, breaking their streak. Who was the quarterback on the opposing team?
I zigged with that one. Didn't see where that question was going.
You did zig with that one. That was a good one. I had erased what I had.
Yep.
Yeah, so did I.
5, 4, 3, 2, and...
I need to repeat.
Okay, repeat. Sorry, Malcolm. It's a Malcolm.
That's all right. The Patriots had a perfect season in 2007 and then lost Super Bowl 42 in 2008, breaking their streak. Who was the quarterback on the opposing team?
What quarterback beat the Patriots that year? We'll give you 5, 4, 3, 2, and all right. And I will start with Russell.
Beat him twice, Eli Manning.
That is correct.
Don't remind me, Russell.
Dan.
Eli Manning.
You got it. And Sandy.
For the life of me, it took me that long and a repeat to remember his name, and I had to use his brother's name to remember it first. It's Eli Manning.
Good job. All right. Question number 15, guys. Another one that's close to my heart. What famous Southern California stadium located in the city of Pasadena has been the location of 5 Super Bowls, including games 11, 17, and 27?
Oh, wait.
I've been to this place, of course, because it's here in California. We'll give you 5.
I hope it's the name.
4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. I'll start with Dan.
Rose Bowl.
He got it. And Russell.
USC Coliseum's Rose Bowl.
Okay. Is that the USC Coliseum? Yeah, okay.
It's called a Coliseum, yeah.
All right, and we'll go to Sandy.
I said Rose Bowl too.
You got
it. I had Rose Bowl
Good job,
originally.
guys.
Maybe it was a.
Okay, all right, I got you. All right.
Good job on Russell.
And your next question is, Which male singer was performing with Janet Jackson during the famous Nipplegate halftime costume malfunction?
Kind of a softball, in my opinion, but we'll see what these guys have. Two of them. 5. All right, they're up. Okay,
it was nothing.
We'll start with Dan.
Justin Timberlake.
That's correct. We'll go to Sandy.
JT.
He got it. And Russell.
Justin Timberlake.
All right. That is correct. All right, next question, guys. We're tearing through these. Almost halfway through what I wrote at question number 17. What 2 NBA players played a game of horse in a 1993 Super Bowl commercial with the winner getting a McDonald's Big Mac? You're doing a great job hosting, Malcolm. I'd say that you nothing but net for your performance. We'll give you 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, I will start with Sandy.
I think it's Michael Jordan and Larry Bird.
That is correct. We will go to Dan next.
I said Larry Bird, Magic Johnson.
Oh, got the wrong. Okay, and Russell.
Larry Bird, Michael Jordan.
He got it. All right.
The next question. Which legendary quarterback helped his team, the New York Jets, win Super Bowl III in 1969?
Going back a bit.
I mean, a lot of people would say 1969 is a great year.
Summer of 69. All right, we'll start with Dan.
I just was correcting a letter. I got Joe Namath.
That's correct. And we'll go to Russell.
Broadway Joe Namath.
You got it. And Sandy.
Joe Namath.
All right, guys. So this is going to be the 10-minute warning in the main round. We'll take a little break, gather ourselves a little bit, and I'll give you your scores. Hopefully I got this right, but right now I still have Russell in the lead with 15. Sandy right behind with 14, if I'm correct there, and Dan not too far with 11. Still very competitive, anyone's game at this point. And like I said, I knew these guys would play well. They're playing fantastic. We've already got a player with 15, and I always say in the first match we did, the 80s match, 16 and 15 were the final scores. So we got 10 minutes left in the main round, already have a player with 15. So I told you guys are going to play well tonight.
That just means I'm not going to get any right for the rest of the whole thing. So I
Certainly will.
And Jeremy, if you hear anything about a Joe Namath movie starring Jake Gyllenhaal, please let me know, because I heard this about 3 or 4 years ago, and I have not been able to find anything about it since.
Yeah, hopefully. That sounds awesome. All right, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and jump us back into this thing. Hopefully we're ready. I'm going to start the clock again, and then we will jump into your next question, which is number 19. In Super Bowl 13 in 1979, player Jackie Smith tried to catch the ball and it bounced off his chest, leading to what team that he played for losing the game to the Steelers? See, you got a losing team that time, Dan. I told you.
Good one. I'm glad you put that in there, but I think Russell knows it.
All right, I think they all know it. We will start with Sandy.
It's the LA Rams.
Ooh, I'm sorry. I don't think that's correct. We'll go to Russell.
Pretty sure it's the Cowboys.
It is the Dallas Cowboys. And then we will go to Dan.
I knew it was the Cowboys. I put the freaking Raiders.
Was indeed the Dallas Cowboys.
Oh, my God. I'm an idiot.
I
can't believe I did that. I knew it was the Cowboys.
Yeah. This one's a bit of a softball, but we've got it anyway.
I don't know about that. Well, this could be a thinker. We'll see.
The New England Patriots won this year's Super Bowl. How many Super Bowl wins do they have total?
See, they might have to think a little on this. No, maybe not. 2 of them up right away. I guess you were right, Malcolm.
Well, I wrote the number wrong, so I had to erase it and rewrite it.
All right. Okay, let's start with Dan.
6.
That's correct. And Sandy?
6.
You got it. And Russell?
6.
I
softball.
bet you guys couldn't tell you all the teams the Patriots lost to, though, in the Super Bowl.
These guys might be able to. I don't know. I think they could. All right, guys. In Super Bowl 25 in 1991, Buffalo Bill Scott Norwood kicked the ball too wide and to the right at the end of the game, allowing which rival team to win?
Remember watching that game?
Yeah, there's on the great moments in the Super Bowl that I was looking at, there's a picture of him in anguish.
First of 4 consecutive losses.
4, 3.
Can I get a repeat?
Yeah, okay. I think that's your second, Sandy. All right. In Super Bowl 25 in 1991, Buffalo Bill Scott Norwood kicked the ball too wide and to the right at the end of the game, allowing which rival team to win?
Okay, I heard it right.
All right. We will start with Sandy.
It's the Giants.
That is correct. We'll go to Dan.
Giants.
You got it. And Russell.
New York Giants.
He got it.
Your next question. Who was the first African-American quarterback to win a Super Bowl, leading the Redskins to a victory over the Broncos in Super Bowl 22 in 1988?
If you would have said the name without the team, I don't know. Maybe these guys might have
Give you 5.
I got both.
4, 3.
You're a beast, Russell.
2. Yeah, you know, I had a feeling you might do good. And 1. Pens down. All right. I will start with Russell.
Doug Williams.
That is correct. We'll go to Dan.
Doug Williams.
He got it in, Sandy.
Chris Clark.
Oh. All right, guys. Question number 23. What Netflix original film announced its existence with a Super Bowl commercial at the 2018 game?
So much I can say about this movie, but I don't want to give anything away.
Everyone was excited for it when they saw this commercial. I don't know that excitement continued. We'll give you 5, 4, 3, 2. All right. We will start with Sandy.
Annihilation.
That's a good guess. It's kind of similar. All right. We'll go to Russell.
Cloverfield Paradox.
That is correct. And Dan.
Cloverfield Paradox.
He got it. All right. Here's a softball.
Question number 24. Clydesdale Horses played football in a 2003 Super Bowl ad for what product?
I knew it. I knew you could say use this.
What was it?
Can you give him a repeat?
I couldn't hear. He was cutting in and out. He was cutting in and
out. I think you had a technical repeat there.
Yeah. Clydesdale Horses played football in a 2003 Super Bowl ad for what product?
I knew this was going to come up. I knew this company was going to come up. I didn't know how you're going to get this company in there. But
are we just putting a product, or do you want the actual name of the company?
I covered both my bases.
I was just mainly looking for the name of the company because that's what the product is, but whatever. Okay, we'll go. Well, actually, just the name of what the product is. We'll see it. I'm sure it'll be right. We'll start with Dan.
Yeah.
Budweiser.
That is correct. And Sandy?
Budweiser's the company. The product is Budweiser beer.
There you go. And
that's what I said. Beer, Budweiser.
You got it. All right, guys. Question number 25. We're tearing through these. Which now deceased pop star performed a rousing halftime concert at Super Bowl 41 in 2007? My favorite halftime show of all time. Like, not even close. I'm going to give you...
I could blow your mind. I think what state it's in, too.
4, 3. All right, they're up. Okay, we will start with Sandy.
Prince?
That is correct. We'll go to Dan.
Prince.
He got it. And Russell.
Prince. He's in Miami. It's raining.
Nice.
Was Miami playing in it?
No, they were not. It was Colts and Bears.
Last Miami Super Bowl was 85.
Shut up, Dad.
Your next question, 26. What team had a famously strong defense in Super Bowl 20 in 1986, shutting down the Patriots in a 46-10 victory?
These guys are going to have to come up at some point.
I was thinking you were going to talk about a video or something.
All right. We'll start with Dan.
Chicago Bears.
That's correct. And we'll go to Sandy.
The Bears.
And Russell. Somebody had to do that.
The Bears.
The Bears. All right, guys. Question number 27. What team had the largest margin of victory in a Super Bowl game, beating the Broncos 55-10 at Super Bowl 24 in 1990.
God almighty. I mean, God, why do we have to wrestle in this match?
We're looking for the winner, right?
The winning team, they had the largest margin of victory in any game with 55-10 against the Broncos. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, I will start with Sandy.
The San Francisco 49ers.
He got it. And Dan.
49ers.
He got it. And Russell.
My squad, 49ers, 55-10. I had to score.
I just want to say real quick, what a high-scoring game this is. We're already well into the 20s for a couple of these guys, and you all show how much you know your Super Bowl. No, you're in second place, Andy. You're doing great, and just fantastic job, everyone. I'm so impressed.
Your next question. What famous boy band performed at the halftime show in 2001?
It's going to be your 2-minute warning in the main round, guys.
I'm pretty sure Brooklyn Vale out there would have been getting all these music questions right.
I would hope so. All right, I will start with Dan.
I'm hoping I got this. I put in sync.
You got it.
Oh!
So we will go to Sandy.
Thank God it was 1 of 2, and I put the right one down.
What? You didn't think it was 98 degrees? All right.
It would have been Backstreet
In
Boys.
sync.
You got it.
Yeah, I would think about Backstreet Boys myself.
All right, guys. Question number 29. And by the way, NSYNC was performing with Aerosmith. All right.
And Britney Spears.
Back to later.
I knew Aerosmith was in there.
Question number 29. Who was the first African-American coach to win a Super Bowl, leading the Colts to victory over the Bears, I think. Actually, not sure what I wrote there. At Super Bowl
It was the Bears.
In 2007.
That's where Prince played a halftime show.
Yep, there you go. This is a little bit of a deeper one here. I'll give you 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pens down. What'd you come up with, Sandy?
Robert Parker.
There's a lot of things wrong with that answer. All right, next we'll go to Russell.
Tony Dungy.
He got it.
Yeah,
and Dan.
I got Tony with an I, Dungy.
He said Dungy. I could take it.
Yep.
Yeah, that's fine. You know, as long as you knew it was Dungy.
Oh, yeah. Oh, of course.
Okay.
Question number 30. What fast food chain became famous for their Where's the Beef campaign in a 1984 Super Bowl commercial?
Where's the beef?
Oh, I love these. Man, you're good, Jeremy. These are perfect.
Thank you. I'll give you 5, 4. All right, we're up. Let's start with Dan.
I'm wrong.
Wendy's.
That is correct. And Russell?
Yeah, I'm wrong. At Burger King, I was wrong.
And Sandy.
Oh, I caught up.
I thought I was on Russell's side. I wrote down Wendy's, but I thought it was Burger King at the end.
Yeah, you thought you were wrong, but you were
Nice.
right. All right.
Nice.
Finally.
All right, guys.
The Russian
Question
was
number
caught.
31. Which internet web hosting company has a series of provocative Super Bowl ads, which include attractive women and models such as Bar Raffaelli? And that will be the last question in the main round.
Please be the right one. Please be the right one.
Can you
And
repeat the question?
Yes. If I can find it. Which internet web hosting company has a series of provocative Super Bowl ads, which include attractive women and models, such as Bar Raffaelli one? And I rewatched the Bar Raffaelli one just to be sure, do a little fact checking. All right. We'll start with Russell on this one.
So GoDaddy?
That is correct. Next, we will go to Sandy.
GoDaddy.com.
He got it. And finally, Dan.
GoDaddy.
All right, guys. So that will bring us to the end of the main round. And I will tell you right now, with some of the turns that we had there, 2 of our players are tied. So this is pretty interesting. But the players still in the lead. Fairly serious lead here is Russell with 27. And then we have Dan and Sandy tied with 23. But you know what? It is still possible for these guys to catch up because our speed round, it isn't just your simple answering questions. It is, we'll ask questions, everyone's got to answer, but for everyone that they get correct, they get a point. But for everyone that they answer incorrectly or fail to answer, they lose the point. So with the point loss system, these guys could catch up to Russell, at least theoretically. And I'll give you guys 3 minutes on the clock since there are more players. So I'll give you a little more time there to see what we can do. So are you guys ready to take this thing home? This has been an awesome match. And again, 23 points. And those are the guys that aren't in the lead. It's pretty amazing. At the end of a main round, we don't get scores that high very often. So congrats. I'm so proud and happy with you guys. So no further ado, are we ready?
Ready to roll?
Question.
All right,
Question
and we're rolling. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Question 32. Who is the only NFL team to win the Super Bowl and have a perfect season for the year 1972?
Oh, God. Are you kidding me?
They had to come up, Dan. They had to come up.
No, with these two guys, I knew they were going to have questions about their
Screw you. We've had like 9 Patriots questions so far. It's about goddamn time.
All right, let's start with Dan.
Oh.
That's correct. And Sandy?
That would be the Miami Dolphins.
You got it, and Russell.
Miami Dolphins.
You got it. All right, guys, number 33. Which Pittsburgh Steeler famously tossed a Coke to a kid in a 1979 Super Bowl commercial and said, "Hey, kid, catch"? This is a goodie. This is a good old
This is a good one. I'll tell you what, Jeremy. I cannot argue with any of these questions.
Thank you, my friend. All right, we'll start. I thank you so much. We'll start with Sandy.
I'd be Mean Joe Green.
He was mean indeed. That is correct. We'll go to Russell next.
I had Franco Harris.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Okay, and then Dan.
Me and Joe Green.
He got it.
Nice.
Interesting. They're catching up a little.
Then
34.
your next question. Which quarterback made a last-minute throw to win Super Bowl 34 in 2000 for the Rams, beating the Titans? You remember those Titans there, Jeremy?
I do remember them. It's just to clarify, it was Super Bowl 34 in the year 2000. Yep.
And it was who the quarterback that threw
the quarterback that made the last-minute throw to win the game.
Okay.
Yeah. Maybe 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, and I will start with Dan.
Kurt Warner.
That is correct. We will go to Sandy.
Kurt.
Oh, no. And Russell.
Kurt Warner.
All right. Okay, guys, next question here. This one might be a little bit of a thinker. Which famous female pop singer sang the national anthem at Super Bowl 45 in 2011, getting some of the lyrics wrong?
What female? I got nothing.
5. I guess a famous pop singer. There's, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, I will start with Sandy.
Christina Aguilera.
He got it. And
Nice,
we will
nice
go
pull.
to Russell.
I had Madonna. Nice pull.
Ooh, okay. And then we'll go to Dan.
I said Aretha Franklin.
All right, guys. So we're going to go to the last question here. This is for all the marbles. And it is possible, if Russell misses this one, to actually have a different player win. Because if he misses... Oh, no, it would be a tie. So if he misses this one, it'd be a tie.
Yeah.
All right. So got interesting.
Your final question. Which player for the Baltimore Ravens played in Super Bowl 35 in 2001 and then played in Super Bowl 47 in 2013? The largest gap in between Super Bowl appearances for any player.
All right, they're all up. Let's not say anything until we get all the answers because this is it, guys. I will start with Dan.
Ray Lewis.
And then Sandy.
Ray Lewis.
And Russell.
Send it home, Ray Lewis, baby.
And your winner our good friend Russell Notorious Howell in a very close victory. They caught up some ground. They almost got him at the end there, but he pulled it out, and he was leading for most of this game. It was a very great, strong performance, but guess what? Those guys are right behind him. Everyone played well today. Everyone knows their Super Bowl. Fantastic performances all around. I'm so happy. I was thinking these questions would be good and that you guys would do well, and I was proved right. And I'm very happy. But you know what? Let's go to him. Russell, you got a little disappointed in your 90s match, but you came back. Yeah. Something that you love just as much as the 90s, the Super Bowl, and you pulled it out. How are you feeling right now?
I feel good, man. I feel really good. Hats off to Sandy and Dan, both played a hell of a match, keeping the pressure on me the whole time. I got into a real routine and rhythm there with the questions. I was getting lucky, and then a couple of commercials I hiccuped on. The Christina Aguilera one I just couldn't pull. But yeah, hats off to those guys. They played a hell of a match, man. It was a hell of a match all around.
Thank you. Yeah, absolutely. And again, I kind of had a feeling you might take it today, but you never know. But I think that you definitely showed what a great trivia player you are, and especially what a lover of football and of the Super Bowl. And, hats off. And I think, Malcolm will be doing some stats, and I think you're going to place pretty high with the average of answers that you got today. So congrats on that. Next time we'll go to, our other two guys, I believe, did end in a tie. So I'll go in no particular order. I'll go to Dan. Dan, you definitely played really great today, a little better than you did last time in your last sports match, and really showed what a lover of sports and of football you are here today. How are you feeling? With a really strong performance. Unfortunately, couldn't quite overtake Russell, but you got a couple these other guys didn't get. You definitely showed your stuff.
Yeah, no. I knew the music ones were going to be the halftime show ones were going to be the ones I was going to struggle with because I can't correlate year with whoever performed. But I got a lot more of them than I thought I would get, and a couple of them, like the Christina Aguilera one at the end, just killed me because I probably would have won the whole thing if I would have got that match or that question right or been tied for the lead or whatever. I could have swore Terry Bradshaw had 4 MVP.
I think it's 3. I'm pretty sure it's 3. Yeah. I think Brady overtook him on the one this weekend. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and I should have gotten that one. That Tom Brady one just. Yeah. I mean, for me being a Patriots fan and a Tom Brady fan, I was kicking myself over that one. But nothing. I don't take anything away from Russell. What a great job he did. If I had to lose to anybody, either one of these guys, I would have had no problem losing to any one of these. These guys are just class acts all around over here on this whole panel. I might add, the whole panel is a bunch of class acts.
Absolutely. And then finally, I'll go to my good friend, my buddy Sandy, who was naysaying and doubting himself. And though he didn't win here today, played great. Got got Christina Aguilera and a couple of the others couldn't pull, played really fantastic. Sandy, I hope that you're proud right now because you really showed being a good Canadian guy how much you love American football and love the Super Bowl with this match today. Good. I'm so proud of you.
Thanks, Ed. You know what? I honestly really did think I was going to do horrible today. But you know what? The simple fact is that the right people tied me and beat me. It would have been more perfect if I'd have been third by 1 point, and then it would have been perfect. But tying Dan for second place and having Russell win overall, that's just awesome. These random matches are just they're fun. There's nothing to stress over. That's why I agreed to play, even though I thought I was going to lose. It didn't matter. It's just fun to play, and you did a great job with the questions, and you mixed it up a lot. And Malcolm, another fantastic job co-hosting, and thanks everybody for playing. But to Russell and to Dan, awesome, guys.
Thank you. By the way, both Sandy and Dan, you shattered your last year 80s performance. Sandy got 24 points, to 15 last time. Dan got 24, just really way above what you did last time. So, definitely take a feather in your cap with a score like that. That is nothing to sneeze at all. And then finally, I'll go to my co-host today, Malcolm. That was a fun one. That was really good. How do you feel about match today? And maybe you got some knowledge you can give us from a stats perspective, since you've been keeping stats on all of these matches.
I've been crunching numbers as you're talking to them. Russell got 28 out of 36, which comes to 77.77%. And Dan and Sandy got 26 out of 36, which comes to 72.22%.
Very good.
So I mean, the percentage-wise, they were pretty close. So, yeah. It was definitely a fun match. Like, I knew some of those, so yeah.
Yeah, I would have known some of them too. I mean, it's, even if you're not a sports guy or, a particularly, football guy, the Super Bowl is a big thing and it's a big pop culture thing. And, and some of these great players and great teams, as well as, some of the musical artists and people who've been involved. It's something that you gotta, acknowledge and celebrate. And, and that's just, what I wanted to do here today. And we have the three best players we could have had. And, having somebody who's from overseas and isn't in America, but can still kind of appreciate and celebrate and be here with us for this particular match, I think was awesome. So, yeah, I'm really excited. That is going to bring us to the end for today. I'm going to be, doing some calibrating soon because I've got a whole bunch of requests and I haven't quite figured out what the next matches in random are going to be, but we're going to crunch that soon. Get back to you guys in the next couple of days with some information on what's coming next. But yeah, we had a lot of great requests. Maybe at some point I'll jump back into the ring. There's a particular match I want to play in at some point. So yeah, there's a lot of good stuff on the horizon. And yes, if you love Full Metal Random, be sure to check out all the other matches we've done. Like, comment, and subscribe on this video. And also check out everything we do on this channel at Full Metal. We do trivia matches pretty much every day here. There's Full Metal Singles, Full Metal Teams, Full Metal Classic, which we're going to be doing tomorrow this week. Changed up the schedule a little. We usually do this Wednesday and do that Tuesday. But, be sure to check out the Full Metal Classic we have tomorrow because we got some great players. And that's a format where you have 5, 6, or even 7 players all going at it at once. So that's going to be really fun. And then also give a shout out to Full Metal Geek, which we do here on the channel. And there's going to be some awesome championship stuff coming up to watch there. And we just set the roster for the new season coming after that. And then also there's Movie Battleground, which is heating up. We got some really exciting stuff going on there. That's movie debating. So for all our awesome players here today, from my co-host Malcolm Goldie Lay, I'm Jeremy the Atom Adup saying, if you want to be here, jump in, be the one player to rule them all, and check everything out at Full Metal. We're out.